Hey everybody, it's me again, MC Codex, and welcome to my first 1.10 review. Today we will be covering the many different blocks, mobs, and structure generations that have been added into the new game, and the addition of some spawn eggs that have not previously been in here, which, personally, I'm excited about. So, I'm going to start off with those. To begin, there is the Elder Guardian, Wither Skeleton, Cat, and all of the different horse varieties are now available from your creative menu. So, you can just get the Wither Skeleton or the Elder Guardian and all of the horses and things. And I need to, see. Instead of having to use the different summon commands to get each different one of them, you can just use spawn eggs. This, I think, will be helpful for, like, map makers and things who want a specific type of creature, like cat, different varieties of cat, Siamese is my personal favorite, or if they want people to be able to fight a Wither Skeleton easier. Just spawn it in with the egg instead of having to go through the other thing. And, yeah. I have now made a mess, but I'm not going to be doing much in the house today, so let me just throw these guys back in here. And now let me bring out the new mobs. And I'm going to just come out here. And I'm just going to grab a bone log, put this out a bit, so that you can actually see this one creature without it burning. And it is the Stray. It is a variation of the skeleton mob. It will spawn in the snowy biomes, but I didn't find a snow biome very quickly, so I'm just going with this. This is what it looks like, and apparently it burns very easily even under bone. Maybe it needs to be under a better material. You know what, I'm just gonna change it to night so that he can stop burning, so you can get a better look at him. He is draped in what looks like ragged clothes. He has something that looks a little bit like a necklace hanging around his neck right there. And he has Herobrine eyes. And he has about the same health as a normal skeleton. Plus, when he fights, he actually will shoot a slowness arrow at you and has a chance of dropping it. And I was very lucky to get that. So I am not going to fight you. I may do leave a comment down below if you want me to do a video of me fighting the different types of mobs. I'll do like 1 or 2 of each and just post a video of that. Tell me if you want me to do that. I'm not sure it would be very entertaining, but if you want me to, I will. And yeah, that's about all there is to show for the Stray. I like the mob, it's very cool. Now, I am going to get on to the Husk, which is, I'm going to set it back to night for a second. It is a zombie-esque creature. It's a little bit taller than a normal zombie. Let me just get you a comparison. It's about, I'd say about 2 pixels taller. And it will spawn in the desert biomes. It's kind of got a head cloth and darker skin than a normal zombie. And when it attacks you, it will inflict you with hunger. I think a different amount of time for the different difficulty that you're on. But let me turn it back to day. Now the normal zombie burns. The Husk does not burn, which makes sense considering it's in the desert, but it will never burn. So, sorry, you die. But you don't die from this, so I'm gonna have to deal with you personally. They have about the same health as a normal zombie, so no big difference there. Let me just get rid of a few of those. And that Elder Guardian is flopping around. It's gonna bug me sooner or later. But anyway, now on to probably my favorite. Well, no, I kind of like the Stray best, but my second favorite, I think, is the polar bear. I like it because of its AI. It's a neutral mob, but if it has its children around it, let me just go into game, I spell really good. Let me just go into survival, and let me get really close to its kiddos. And it will attack me as soon as I get too close to its kids. And it will not stop attacking me. And its attack is really cool too. Let me get into F5 so you can see it. I'm gonna get knocked off. Help. No, I don't want cinematic view. No. Sorry. But yeah, it will get up on its back legs and attack you. And it will drop either raw salmon or raw fish or nothing. And of course, there's always for crying out loud. I really should not have spawned that thing in. But, let me just back to creative. I'm sorry, you have to go. Go. Wow, these guys are actually kind of quick. Come on. No, I need you to, I'm sorry, little cub. I need you to go away. I kind of feel like a bad person now. I just killed the polar bear cub. And now I've got you. I have one of two options. I could put you in a zoo and keep you there forever, or I could kill you and bring you back to your parents. I'm gonna send you to your family. It's just better. You don't want to live alone with me forever. They have a lot of help, it seems like. You don't want to live with me for the rest of your life. I'm not that interesting or entertaining. But anyway, that's about all there is to show for the mobs, and I hate Elder Guardians. But now on to the different blocks that they have added in. First off, I'm going to show you the bone block. It's a very interesting. I'm going to say that it's pretty much a way to store your bone meal, because it's crafted with this. You put them in the crafting table, just 9x9, and you will get a bone block. And if you put the bone block in a crafting table, you will get the 9 bone meal back. So it's pretty much just better bone meal storage. And then there's this block, the red nether brick. I really like this block. Let me get you a actual nether brick to, where is it? Nether brick's down, there it is. To view them side by side. I'm not sure which one I like better. I think I like the red one better, but I'm not sure. But yeah, and you can craft that with just nether wart in 2 of the corners as opposed to a 2x2 of nether brick. And next we have the nether wart, which is another pretty much storage block, but the difference is instead of you put it in the same way to get it, but when you put it in the crafting table, you get no nether wart back, so for storage, it's not the best. Then there's this magma block, one of my personal favorite blocks now. It's got several good qualities, and it's just 4 magma cream in a circle. And I'm just going to go down here, and I'm going to note that when it is raining, they will emit a smoke particle, and I'm going to get a bucket of water, and I'm going to pour it in there, and over time, I'm going to... No! I goofed. Let me just break that. Pick that up, put that there. No, that's the wrong... I clicked the wrong button anyway. It doesn't matter. I'm just going to clear the weather and let this do its thing. It should evaporate over time, and you'll see that in a second. But right now, I'm going to show you a very interesting thing about it. Is first off, it does damage to you when you are on it, and it does a healthy deal of it. I'm wearing full diamond, and it already took me down by half a heart. But note, I am sneaking, and I am taking no damage. I'm not sneaking, I'm taking damage. I'm sneaking, taking damage. I don't understand why that is, but, yeah, it's... Okay, there we go. Oh, okay, I'm all back. I don't know why I didn't just do that. I'm all back now. And healthy and all that stuff. That's about all there is to show for the blocks, except how they generate, and I'll be doing that in a second. These two do not generate naturally, you have to craft them. This generates in the nether, and that generates in deserts and I think swamplands, but I'll show you those in a second. Now I'm going to get on to the structure blocks, and I'm not very good with these. I have no idea what the data one does. It looks cool though. The corner one, pretty much you put it in the corner of a thing that you want to build, that you want to copy. So say I put one there and there, and I change them in here to corner, and then I put in the same name in whatever thing, so I don't know, just something, add foul, let's just go with that, and add foul, I don't remember if that's how I spelled it, but, and I changed that to a corner block, and change that to a corner block, and it's probably not a corner block anymore, but add, I did type it in, add foul, it's done, add foul, it's done, and they ought to both be for add foul. Then I put another one out here, change it to load, not load, to save, type in add foul, detect it, it'll detect those. If I want to include entities inside that little parameter there, I would click that, and then I'd click save. Or if I actually wanted an entity like an item frame, just put that in there. Click in here, press save again, change it, and then come over here, data, load, and load. Add file, include entities, load it, it'll show you what it would look like. Go in here again, load it again, and it'll include the entities or whatever you, and all entities in there, including animals if you want them, or things like that, but I'm just going to stick with that for now. That's about as in-depth as I'm going to get into these because they're a member of the command block family, and I'm not good with that family. I'm not good with command blocks and things like that. You won't be seeing me make command block creations. And now back over here, as you can see, that bucket of water has actually evaporated. It does a cool smoking thing, but I'm not going to go through the trouble of showing you that again. So, for right now, I'm going to leave this area and go and show you the different world generation bits that have been added in. So I will see you in a second. Alrighty, I'm back, and now I'm in a mesa biome, and several things have changed about the mesa biome. First off, they will now, mineshafts now will be able to spawn in the sides of mesa, cliffs like this. I haven't actually seen it in this biome or any of the others that I've checked out, sadly, so I can't show that, but rest assured, they said in the wiki that it does, and the wiki is always right. Well, actually, the Minecraft wiki is usually right. But an interesting thing about this is it seems that they're going with the old miner 49er thing, where gold is everywhere. I mean, literally, in here now, gold is from about like 47 down. You can find gold. I mean, look at this. There's gold there. There's gold. Where was more gold? There's gold in this bit. There's gold up here. Pretty much cave generations. There's going to be gold. As often as you would find iron, normally there's going to be gold in here. Just about. Maybe a little bit off, but that's about accurate. And the stained clay and stuff will actually not spawn as deep now, which I find kind of sad because I liked getting stained clay really deep down. It made the biome seem more obvious, the while you were in caves, but I understand why they did it. It makes sense, and I cannot spell game mode 1. There we go. Excuse my lack of ability to spell. Now I'm going to go to the desert and show you the things with the bones. Bones are really quite interesting. First off, showing you that they act a lot like wood in that they are directional. You place them, and you place them, and they will place in whatever direction you're putting them from. So like that, and that, and stuff like that, and all that cool stuff. And I'm saying stuff and stuff and stuffity stuff. But this isn't the cool part. The cool part is that this stuff spawns naturally as fossil remains in the ground in deserts and I think swamplands. And they will just spawn like this. There's rib cages as well. There's another skull over here. I think there's another rib cage around here somewhere. But yeah, these will spawn all over the place. And for some reason or other, they will show up on in spectator mode even when they aren't actually surrounded by anything that's clear. They are a full block, so I don't know if they count as transparent or what the deal is, but you can see them in spectator mode, which I find cool, but it just doesn't quite make sense to me in game mode 1. And now on to just, again, showing that these guys who spawn in the desert don't burn. And it's raining out, so actually none of the bombs burning. So, weather clear. That's not how you spell clear. That's cleat. I want clear. There we go. Weather clear. And now, zombies burn, husks don't. That's about all I wanted to show you in the desert. So now, following my arrow, I found a village. And wait, before I get distracted, there's a new particle effect. Whenever there is a block that will fall, with the exception of the dragon egg, like sand or gravel or things, if they get a block update, they will all fall down. They will have this effect underneath them, the falling sand effect. And I kind of find it cool because it's a great way to warn you of what there is in front of you, and also when there are caves, it will now be oak's sand roof, while it used to be just a other roof. Now, I'm not going to be that stupid. I'm going to be this stupid, and I love falling sand. It's just so cool to watch. But anyway, on to my village, where I will be showing you several different. Well, one different thing in this village, and then I've got another one that I found. Things are that paths are now, excuse the world loading in, are now made out of actual grass paths. And you get this by, it's the addition that they made in 1.9, and they're finally implementing it into the villages for 1.10. And I like it. It looks a lot better. Plus, whenever they spawn in water, there will be these little wooden bridges that will spawn over the water to make it easier to maneuver around, and you won't get the very, very strange spawning villages as often. There will still be little glitches where things like that, because, I mean, villages generate dependent on several variables, and they aren't always 100% with it, but still, it's I'm amazed with any generated structures, so I still love it, and it's even cooler now. So now that was something. Now I'm going to show you another little village that is, I like this edition. They have made it so that villages are now biome specific. So I'm in the savanna biome, and there's acacia trees all over the place, and now the villages in these biomes will be with their biome-specific block. So if it's in, I don't think that they can generate in jungles and things, but in the savannas, it will be out of the acacia block. All of this stuff out of the acacia block, with the exception of the fences. But I think that they will add that in. The one thing with this is, I guess I was doing about that stuff when I was showcasing. The blacksmith shops actually do start with lava buckets in them. So, with lava in it. So, really, I think it's a glitch right now, but it's a fire hazard, and the stuff will eventually burn, and most of the village will burn down. But they set it up like that. I'm betting that it's just a glitch right now, and that they'll fix it in the next snapshot or something like that, or maybe they'll just add it for lols. But yeah, it's a interesting addition. But yeah, that's about all I'm gonna mention for the world generation. There's a few things in Ice Spikes that I may mention in the next showcase, but I want to save stuff for that if there is anything that I can save. Although they may add more mobs, more generation stuff, and they could add anything they want to. They're developing a whole new version of the game, so really anything can happen. But yeah, I am looking forward to this update. Oh, I just remembered. There's one other thing that I have not mentioned yet, and it may be the best thing that has ever happened for the new player. It is an option. You go into your controls, it's the auto jump. I'm going to just show this by removing my ability to jump. So now, I am pressing the spacebar. I cannot jump. However, I am pressing just the W key, and I'm going forward. And I am jumping. Auto jump. It is very handy. And I think that if you're sprinting, you can get across, like, maybe a like a 1 block distance. Let me just... maybe not. Let me try that again. Wait, where was it? There it is. Okay. Let me try this again. Okay, so if you're sprinting, you can get across a 1 block jump, but other than that, you can't really do that. So I'm just gonna set my controls back, auto jump off, and give me my space key. Of course, it can work with the space key, but personally, I like being in complete control of whether I jump or not. So I can only blame myself if I fall into a hole like that. But yeah, that's pretty much going to sum it up for this showcase. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, then please leave a like rating on the video. It helps me. If you want to see this content right as it comes out, please subscribe to me. And I will leave a... Actually, I don't think there's anything to leave a link to in the description below. So I'm just going to say goodbye and see you next time.